Welcome back. Today I thought we'd work on the BV238 again. I thought I'd get it working properly with the engines and see what else we can get done. Maybe that front end. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's jump into the editor. All right, so here is the BV238 inside the editor that's modified so you can make large things. And some people were asking me, and it comes up a lot, why is it pink? Well, it's pink because it's easier to see in the editor. There's no flat lighting in the editor, so if I come on this side, you can see I can kind of see what's going on here. But if I were to paint it, oops, click the wrong button again. Hello? There you go. If I were to paint it, say, oh, I don't know, gray or whatever, it becomes harder to see in the inside. You can't really see what's going on in here. But if we go back to the pink, we can now, we can see. Yeah. So that is why it's pink. Pink is better for the editor. At least for me. May not work for everybody, but I can see pretty well in the editor. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with these automatic thingamabobs. All right, so these hinges right here, they go up on all the engines, and that's how you get the plane out of the water. But that's not all. No, there is a... Where's it at? There's a rudder right here that pushes down on the water and gets a nose up off the water. And then we have our secret weapon back here, which I have 3 of these. I might experiment, well, I am going to experiment, with taking some of these off, maybe just one. And these are water jets, and they get the boat moving a little bit faster and boost it off the water. You can't usually, maybe you could, but usually can't take off without these boosters, at least on this plane for sure. These are all suggestions by Captain Miro. If you haven't watched that video, of course, you should go watch the seaplane tips and tutorial and check it out. But yeah, so all these 3 things, the engine tilts, the booster jets, and the rudder, get the plane off the ground. But a big part of the plane, as I stated the other day, is wedges, lots of wedges, and lots of these wing parts here. You know, these big square wing parts. I think it's called starter block. What is it called? What is it called? Wing front section, small. That is what this plane is made of. Every part, as much as possible, is either a wedge or a wing front start. What's it called? Wing front start. Yes, wing front start. So everything is built out of that on this plane. And that makes it super light because, as Captain Miro pointed out, your block is a massive what? What? Are they lighter? Oh yeah, 0.75. So it that little 0.25 adds up on all of these. So that is why. And then if one block is 1, he stated, then the wing is super... Where's the super wing? The wing is 5. And this is about... How many blocks is one of those? Let's see. Let's find out. Let's experiment! Okay, let's see here. Got this. Do a block. So this is... Well, technically you have to kind of cover that part up right there. Let's see. No, you don't. I'm wrong. But it is 7 by 3, 21. So this is 21 weight, and this is only 5. So there you go. That is why it is lighter. So that gets the plane off the ground. So what we were trying to do before I got sidetracked with weights and tips is we want to fix these little guys by having them automatically, if I go over here, this thing right here, I think this thing, is it this thing? Yes, water booster, is controlling the, what is it controlling? It's controlling automatically turning on and off these engines, and it's turning automatically on and off the tilt on these hinges. So what we want to do is make it work better, because it's not working better right now. It's not working at all. So if I go back and look down here, I have a water sensor. Is it water sensor? Fluid meter. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and we're going to add a second one. We're going to add a second one. And let's see here. Oops. Did I just put a hole in the boat? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to add a second one right here. And then in the middle, maybe in the middle? Yeah, maybe in the middle. We're going to add a distance sensor. So this is my new idea I thought about last night when I was trying to go to sleep. Because I think what's going on, and this is nothing new with Stormworks. These sensors are not working correctly. I think they bounce between a negative and a positive number when it's in the water. And it's so quick that these have time to react or not react when they should. So my thinking is with 3 sensors, 2 fluid sensors, 1 distance sensor, we can kind of make something that hackily is able to figure out if the plane is in the water or not. That's my baloney test right now. All right, so we're going to move that right there. This is my water booster. And we're going to add another one. Wait, what is that? Hook in, yeah, fluid side. Okay, so we're going to do fluid sensor 1. And then we're going to come down here and turn this to a number and call it fluid sensor 2. Wait, what is this? Hook fluid sensor 1 here. Hook fluid sensor 2 here. And then we're going to make one more thingamabob. And this is going to be our distance sensor. Or maybe I should do an altitude sensor. Why not be altitude sensor? Not distance. Not distance. I didn't want distance. I want altitude. Okay. So altitude sensor here. Okay, so that's that one. All right, so we're going to say, well, I'm not going to say it. We're going to come in here and grab these. All right, so we have logic going on here that is controlling the pivots, and this is controlling the engine turning on and turning off. So I'm not really worried about that part, but this part I am. So what are we going to do? Now remember, I'm not good at logic, so if you're watching me and you say, God, that is so stupid! Yes, it probably is. This is not my thing. But sometimes I can hackily make it work, and that's good enough for me. If you want to fix it, then you can, but this is the way I'm doing it, so don't leave your mean comments. Don't feel like reading them. Don't feel like you're so stupid or all that crap that some of you post. It really irritates me, so don't do it. All right, now that I've said that, you'll probably be it just to be a jerk. But go ahead. I don't care. Well, I am just off on a la la land. Okay, let's go ahead and fix this. Alrighty, so where's my first sensor? Okay, what is this? Connect to engine throttles. Oh yeah, that's right, it's connecting the engine throttle. Okay, that's not what I want. Fluid level in. Okay, fluid level number 2. And distance, altitude sensor. So I don't know what I want the altitude sensor. We're gonna have to hook some displays up so we can see what's going on when we take off. But fluid sensor 1, we have a threshold right here, which is 0.10 to 10. That could be anything really, because it doesn't really care. But we're going to go ahead and pull. Whoa, where's that hooked to? The engines. Oh god, I forgot how this works. Let me think. So if this is true, it goes over here. Because in the water, and these are saying if it's in the water and we're less RPS, we start the engines. Okay, got it. Okay, so we don't want to hook this here. We're going to hook it to some ands, I think. And. All right, so we'll hook this and here. And we're going to do into there. I have to move these to the right. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to hook another threshold. Yes, we're going to need another threshold. 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 And we'll add it there. And then we'll bring another and in here. I think. Yeah, that's right. So this and goes here. And then we'll do another threshold there. And we don't really know what this one is, maybe. So let's not hook that up yet. But this is what's going to happen. So these, all 3 will come in and go into the ands. So when these are all true, so when the threshold here is from, you know what, these could be 0 to whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna think about that. These might be wrong, but for right now they're right here. Where is that going? That's going into a clamp. This is doing the right. That's doing the throttle. So that's not important right now. And let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and click this to here, which is a timer, and then this one is actually going to be doing this work here, which is making sure if these two requirements are met, they turn on, and then this end says go ahead and throttle up those engines because we're on the water. And this one goes over here and says we are, what does it say? This one says we are on the water. So go ahead and tilt our engines up. I think that's it. Okay, and we're not going to do anything right now with the, with the altitude that we need to change out. Well, I'm thinking about it. Where are we at? All right, so let's change this out. Okay, altitude. Ooh, that's neat, but not what I wanted. Okay, so we have the altitude sensor here. Let's go ahead and come in here, and we're just gonna make a mess right here. This is my messy wall of whatever. Okay, and there we go. So what we're going to do is hook these up in order. So front liquid meter, altitude meter, and the back fluid meter, which is already hooked up, but we don't care. And we run all the way over here to the water. And we go ahead and hit the mission editor. We load up the VV238. We hit the edit objects. We come back. You can't see this because it does not record the interface, I don't believe. But I'm adding the plane back in, hitting the test, and now it will spawn. Yay. All right. So once they hit the water, these engines should tilt up in about 15 seconds, I think it's set to. And if we look, guys, tilt upwards. If this does not, okay, there they go. So they see, now this one's weird. I think that's a bug with the hinge setting up. I might have to like rebuild that one. So I don't know why it's doing that. And yeah, it's only that engine. I don't know. It's something to do with the build. I don't know. So sometimes, for some reason, I have to delete the hinge and delete the blocks and then put it back, and it fixes the issue. So we'll do that after we see what our numbers are. Right now, this is a crappy way to get in and a crappy way to shut the door. So we had to fix that too. But let's go ahead and just get the automatic booster and engine tilt running. Okay, so there's a big block right there. Let's come over here and look at our numbers. So this is our water fluid levels. So we've got them bouncing around. So this is the front one, I think. It's over there. And then this is our altitude sensor. So we want these three sensors to go into this thing and say if these numbers rise above, if these numbers rise above a certain amount, I might want to change those thresholds to greater thans. So if they rise above a certain amount, then we go ahead and tilt our engines back. We could also do it backwards and do less than. I don't know. Maybe less than might be better. For right now, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Oops, we need our engine on. Oops. Okay, and throttle is actually right there. Like one, number 6, number 2, number 5, number 4, number 3. And you can see they're all running. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throttle up, and then I'm just gonna watch these numbers and see what they do. See that bounce? It bounces 0 for like a quick second. But they're all below, let's say they're below 3. So, wait. Yeah, all below 3. So if we're all below 3 meters, I guess, we can set these to an on state. Yeah, they're not going above it. Okay, so now we're going to get the boosters on. They're all started. The boosters are on. Okay, now we're going a little bit higher in the water. Oh, you know what? These are backwards, huh? So now that we're higher in the water, these go down. Okay, so watch this. I'm pulling up. Where's the engines? See, they're bouncing around. Okay, we don't want that. They'll come back up in a minute and we'll take off. 2, minus. Oh, I feel like it's working worse than it did before. Come on, guys. Yeah, it's getting the wrong reading. Is that staying up? All right. All right, so when it goes up, the number goes negative, I think, for the water fluid levels. So let me thinky. All right, so the fluid level, as you go up in the air, it goes lower. All right, so we could do greater, I think. Pop that in there. Do a greater. Pop that in there. And then we want to do our property number so that we can tweak this later. So fluid level 1, or no, let's do ocean level. Ocean level 1. And we want this, if it is greater, whoops. So if this, this is greater than, let's say, minus 100? Minus 50? Let's do minus 50. So if this is greater than minus 50, we want this to be true, and we want the engines turning on. We want all that going and doing its thing. Okay. So if it is greater, yes, because it will be in the positive numbers. Yes. I think I'm correct, but don't quote me until after I test it. Okay. And let's go ahead and hook this. Now for you, altitude sensor, we want a less than, right? Because we want to know that you're sitting on the water. So if the altitude sensor is less than, let's say, altitude minimum level, or is it max level? No. We'll say a minimum level. If it's less than, we can do 5, because we got this. What we have over here is a timer that is going to turn our tilts on and off, which will, I think, also turn the engine throttles off. But I think this is correct. I think. Let's find out. Let's save the booster and update, and then go and test the mission. Jump in the water. There she is. Even with the twitchy little airplane engine. After 15 seconds, these engines will tilt. You could probably set that lower if this starts working more, what do you want to call it? Consistently. Okay, there the engine's tilted. And then we're going to come inside here. Try to shut the door. Shoot. Try to shut the door. Come back. And jump the ladder. All right, here we go. So what are our numbers sitting? So this is less. Okay, so if this is less than 5, we'll be fine. If this is greater than minus 50, then we'll be fine. So those engines should not be tilt. Okay, the twitchy engine needs to be fixed, but everything else seems to be in the right position. I'm gonna go ahead and give it. Oops, I keep forgetting it's not on my number keys. Okay, let's give it 15. Start number 1. Start number 2. Number 3. Number 4. I'm miscounting, but you get the idea. All right, so these are good. Okay, we're going to throttle up to 100%. There we go. And now we're looking at our numbers. So they are positive fluid meters. And of course, the altitude is still negative. So now that we have that going, the engines are still tilted. We're going to go ahead and hit the auto. Okay, now our engine should not go down because these numbers, are still positive. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull up, and this should be not an issue because the engines are up, and there they go. Now the engines after 15 seconds will flatten out. And we have our flying boat. Yay! Okay, so the jets back here are now off. These engines are now off. And if we look at our numbers, we are in the negatives on the fluid meters and in the positives on the altitude. So, whoa, we're going high. I did not mean to do that. So now when we go back down, can never tell how close the water is until it's actually right there. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, I hit the water. Okay, so you heard the engines restart. And that's what it's supposed to do. And then after 15 seconds, those engines should tilt back up again. And we're able to take off. So we'll go ahead and pull up. And there she goes. And then again, 15 seconds. Engines tilt down, and we're straight. So we could actually lower that 15 seconds to 5, I think. So let's do that really quick. All right, so let's go ahead and click on the sensor. And right here is our engine tilt. It's 15 seconds. Let's set it to 5 seconds. Okay, this is our tilt on. That's the degrees, 30. Tilt off is 0. Our minimum RPS to turn on and off the engine, or consider the engine on, is 4. Our ocean level is minus 50. Our second ocean level, oops, they're the same one, are minus 50. And then we have the altitude at 5. All right, jump in the water. Engine should now come up after 5 seconds. And I didn't fix that tilting engine, but I will do that later. Okay, engines are already tilting up. You are driving me crazy, you. All right, yes, let's go ahead and get inside. Boo-boo, and up. You guys like this? On the real plane, they had like metal holes cut in there. I don't know. It just looked cool to me. So I thought I would add artwork. Okay. Really irrelevant right now when the whole plane is pink. But, you know. Here we go. We're going to go up and into the thing. Look at the numbers. Looking lovely. Go in here. Okay, set our throttle to 15. 18 is good. Pumps on. Engine 1. Engine 6. And then just get these other ones running. I had to fix a prop pitch because right now it's not set to 0 or -1. So the plane wants to start moving right away. And prop pitch is down there. See, it's set to... It says it's set to 0. Oh, it is set to 0. So I can pop this up. So if I hit number 3, that's a prop pitch. But anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and throttle up. So now I don't think I could take... I'm not going to turn on the boosters. I'm just curious to see if this plane can take off by pure engine power. I don't think so, but we'll try. All right. I don't have a speedometer, so I don't know how fast we're going. Are we going faster and faster? I don't know. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and try to pull up just off the ocean with only engines. Okay, I'm pulling back. Yeah, see, it needs that little boost in the back. Miro is right. You need to get a little boost in the back to get this sucker off the water. So, okay, well, let's turn on the boosters. Boosters on. And that's just going to give us a little boost in speed. You can see the front lift off just a little bit. There's the water jets down there at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, look, it wants to get out of the water now. We'll pull up. and lifts up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1. And there they go. We can actually maybe lower that number a little bit more. I'm going to leave it at 5 right now, but it's looking pretty good. Okay, right now, 12, I think, is... Where's 12? 12, 12, 12, 12 is about right for keeping it steady. Let's go down a little bit lower, and we'll say goodbye for today. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. We're going down. Well, thanks for joining me today in creating the automatic booster and engine tilt logic, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye. It's time for a dramatic, whoa, flyby.